Good evening. I'm Michael Kaplan, President and CEO of the Melanoma Research Alliance, and I am thrilled to welcome you tonight to the 10th annual Leveraged Finance Fights Melanoma. I know we've all missed connecting with our friends and colleagues over the last 18 months, and though we do hope you have fun tonight, please know that tonight is more than a party. It's a lifeline for many. MRA was founded in 2008 with a clear mission to end suffering and death due to melanoma, and a commitment from our founders that 100% of donations would go directly to research as they continue to cover administrative and development costs. Since 2008, we've granted $130 million, and while the amount may be impressive, it's the results that we're most proud of. In the last 10 years, we've gone from 2 FDA-approved treatments for late-stage melanoma to 15, and the 5-year survival for metastatic patients has gone from less than 10% to nearly 50% on some of the latest treatments. And those treatments are not only having an impact for melanoma patients, several of the treatments first tried, tested, and approved in melanoma are now being used effectively for more than a dozen other cancers. While immensely proud of the research we funded and the results achieved, none of it would be possible if not for the donors, and chief among them is the Leveraged Finance community. Together, you've raised over $15 million since the first Lffm in 2011. Please join me in thanking tonight's presenting sponsors, Iron Park, Kirkland & Ellis, Lffm & Watkins, Simpson, Thatcher & Bartlett, Veritas, and White & Case. Please give them a round of applause. And while these firms have stepped up to the highest levels of sponsorship for tonight, they are not alone. More than 70 firms have come together to help drive research forward, and to all of you, we say thank you. Tonight as you leave, our volunteers are standing by with gift bags generously donated by L'Oreal's dermatological beauty brands. In addition to great products, you'll find our annual report in there with information on the challenges we're confronting, lists of our current grants, as well as a lot of more information about MRA. Now, without further ado, I'm delighted to introduce to you not just one of the founders of the Leveraged Finance Fights Melanoma event, but an MRA board member, a melanoma warrior, and one of the most dedicated patient advocates I've ever met. Please welcome Jeff Robottom.
Thank you, Michael. It's hard to believe what we've accomplished together over the past 10 years. When we started this event, the landscape for late-stage melanoma patients was extremely grim. Entirely new treatment strategies have been developed that harness your own immune system to fight melanoma, and now are being used in dozens of other types of cancers. This has changed the outlook for patients and their families completely, but we tragically know that we still have more work to do. I would like to thank my co-chairs, the steering committee, the MRA board, MRA staff, and of course, all the sponsors and all the people who have supported this event over these years. Thank you very much.
So the goal of our project was to study key proteins implicated in promoting brain metastases and determine whether inhibiting them will suppress melanoma growth and metastasis. And I'm happy to report that by targeting these proteins, we're able to prevent brain metastasis from developing in our models. Importantly, the results from this work form the basis of a proposal submitted to the National Institutes of Health, which received 5 years of additional funding. So I would like to thank the donors for their support, because without this funding, none of this work would have been possible.
In my mind, the MRA has always been willing to take on slightly riskier projects where other governmental agencies enjoy the sort of more secure questions. Through work we have done and published on MRA funding, we've opened up new questions and programs within our laboratory. For you donors out there, the MRA has and will continue to be a champion for all melanoma researchers and a true beacon for the patients suffering from the disease.
We need high risk, high reward opportunities, such as those that MRA presents and that Lffm supports, to continue the pace of progress that we would like to see.
My connection to melanoma personally started 3 years ago in 2018 when I myself was diagnosed with stage 4 melanoma.
I first was impacted by melanoma when a very close friend of mine had a sudden and fearful surprise diagnosis.
A close friend of mine was directly impacted by this horrible disease, and it's not only the person themselves that's impacted, of course, it's all of their family and their loved ones.
Recently lost several partners to cancer as well, including melanoma.
Cancer impacts everyone. Last year, 10 million people died worldwide from cancer. And your dollars that go to MRA through Lffm are directly helping not just the fight against melanoma, but the broader cancer fight.
You consider what we've all been through, the fact that we can raise this much money year in and year out is breathtaking.
I can't think of another single thing that has been so supported by the community as this. And I think people have really been able to tell their stories to one another, get to know what this means to other people, and support it together, getting behind it as a common cause. And it's been truly remarkable to watch and makes me be proud to be a member of this community.
As a survivor of stage 4 melanoma, I can unequivocally say that innovations initiated by the MRA saves lives. Lffm and the support provided by the Leveraged Finance private equity community is absolutely essential to the MRA's vigilant efforts to spearhead research and ultimately treatments for melanoma.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's been a great 10-year run. We appreciate your generosity over this time and look forward to the next 10 years and the impact that we can all drive together. Thank you.
Every day that goes by, I feel like I'm one step closer to declaring victory. And victory is directly the result of the donors. It's the direct result of your contributions and your participation in this event. Trust me when I say my friends and family thank you very much as well. So thank you.
We would like to thank you again, our sponsors, and for all of you coming tonight and being such an important part of this event and all the good work MRA is doing. And now please continue to enjoy the party and have fun. Thank you again.